Hello. Enchanting is the most complex single skill in Idlescape, and the recent rework has left a lot of players confused. This guide's intended both for new players and current players looking to understand how the skill functions now. Enchanting is divided into four sections, those being scroll crafting, augmenting, item research, and enchanting. Scroll crafting can be a bit difficult to navigate at first, but you can click on each gear icon to navigate to its relevant enchants. Once you found the one you want, just press craft and you'll start making the scroll. You'll need runes, scrolls, and silver to do this, as well as a minimum enchanting level. To apply crafted scrolls, click on the enchanting tab, then select the item you want to enchant and the scroll you want to use, as well as the amount. Then press enchant. Augmenting is more complex. If you click on an item in the available items section and select the amount, you'll put it into the augmenting queue. Below the queue, you'll see Save Last Item and Erase. You could ignore Save Last Item completely, as it's a remnant from the previous augmenting system, where items had a chance to break. Erase is niche, and is only used for when you want to augment an entire stack of items all to a specific level. You'll almost always want to have these options on the default. A quick note, if either of these are on and you only have one item in the augmenting queue, it will give you an error message. If you look at the item details page, there's an augment counter just below the item. This is how many times you'll need to augment the item to increase its level. Below this is the resource cost, which is what's consumed every time the augment counter increases. Underneath that is the time it takes to perform an augment, the chance of a critical augment, which increases the counter by 2 instead of 1, and the enchanting XP you get per action. Augmenting is a great way to get enchanting XP. Finally, there's the stat bonus. This tells you how the item is strengthened when the augment counter is filled. Item research acts almost as the inverse of augmenting. Instead of getting better gear at the expense of items, you're getting items at the expense of gear. Specifically, you receive runic dust when you successfully research an item, and a gear scrap when you fail. These are both used for affixing. Across from the item, there's the research cost. This is usually significantly less than the augmenting cost, but it uses the same kind or similar materials. Finally, there's affixing. It requires you to complete the affixing tutorial first to access it, but from there, you can get to it from rune crafting. Though it isn't an enchanting skill, it requires the materials you receive from enchanting. Though affixes function similarly to enchants, they're distinct and you can have both on a single item. Select the item you want to apply the affix to, and it will bring you to the affix filtering screen. Here, you can select several random affixes to an item for a low runic dust and gold cost, or select specific affixes at a much higher cost. You can see the exact details of an affix when you hover your mouse over it. Once you have affixes selected, you can't swap them out. Your only choice is to re-roll them, which is what gear scraps are used for. Because of this, I'd recommend randomly rolling affixes on temporary items you plan to get rid of eventually, but choosing affixes on endgame gear you plan to keep. In the description, I've linked the Idlescape wiki article for enchanting, which goes into more detail than I did in this video. Thanks for watching.